if the only CTA that you have for your online fitness coaching business is a Calendly link in your Instagram bio, you're probably bleeding leads. It's not your fault, but I'm going to walk through today and I'm going to set up a better way to run it so that you get more leads, better quality leads, and you are making the most of your online presence. So, because if you're putting a lot of effort into content and whatever, and you're just not seeing the leads come through, it may be because of this like one thing. And I'm going to go through it now. So I'm going to walk through setting it up. I'm also going to just explain the psychology behind it as well. And let's get started. So when you have a Calendly or a calendar link in your profile, and it's the only way that people can get in touch with you, it feels like a really high commitment for people. Now, what is happening is you're asking for that person's time when you haven't necessarily delivered enough value yet. Now, what I'm talking about is they may have seen some of your content. They may have seen, you might make YouTube videos, you might make Instagram or TikTok content, but it hasn't necessarily delivered enough value to them that in their head, they say, oh, I can justify spending 45 minutes with this person because they've given me so much already. Everyone has a tipping point of where booking a call feels absolutely natural, and anything before that, it feels kind of weird and slimy. So it's like kind of getting someone to jump into an ice bath when they asked you for a sauna. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So the way that I look at this is coaches who have like notable names can do the Calendly because people just want to get into them as much as possible, and they've probably been watching their favorite creators for a long time. If you're like anywhere from like 10 to 50,000 Instagram followers, even up to 100 and 150,000 followers, you may not have that status just yet. So what I'm going to do today is show you a better approach and how you can set it up for yourself using two platforms. The first one is vo.dev. And what that is an AI building tool, application building tool, and go high level. Now, you can build this in Typeform. You can use a Typeform or a Jotform. However, you're going to see how quickly that I'm going to build this, and you're going to want to use this instead. And it's so much more customizable. It just requires a little bit extra admin work. So let's get started. And I have a prompt here that I'm going to use, and I'm going to read it out to you now. I need to build an inquiry form that builds trust with the leads that I'm getting. Sorry, I copy and pasted this and I didn't edit it. And then I have an online coaching business, and currently I have a Calendly link in my bio of my Insta. It's not getting bookings. And then space. Let's start the inquiry form with a radio button question about their goals. Keep this to 3 options. And then let's ask some probing yes/no questions about their goal. And then the last question is their contact details. Make this a card by card form. And that's it. Right. So what this is going to do, it's going to run now. And I'm just going to let it run. And I'm going to talk to you. I'm not going to pause it. You can see it's thinking. The time that you put into learning how to use this tool, I do not care if you're not technical. It's going to be easy enough for you to pick up with this video. You are going to save so much money if you do it like this, because I'll show you something really quickly. Typeform pricing is insane, right? So if we have a quick look, wait for it to load. Cool. I'm on the current plan of 50 USD a month. The only reason I'm keeping that is because I haven't had the time to go through and rebuild my forms. So, but up to $291 a month. And they do have a free plan, but it's literally, you can get 10 responses a month. Crazy, nothing, right? So it doesn't make sense. Using vo.dev, all you need is Vercel to host it. Vercel pricing. So vo.dev is $20 a month, and Vercel is like cheap as heck. So if we have a quick look here, Vercel, you can go hobby and host things for free. It doesn't cost you anything. Pro is $20 a month, and additional usage, but let's just ignore that for a second. Even now with VO and Hobby Vercel, you're on $20 a month, which is insanely cheap. But let's jump back in. I'll stop selling you on vo.dev now. I have no affiliation with them. I just think it's an incredible tool. Let's just take a look. So it's created a multi-step inquiry form, and let's have a look. What's your primary fitness goal? Weight loss, muscle building, or general health and fitness? This is good. We're going to press continue. Have you tried multiple diets in the past with no lasting results? Yes. Do you struggle with your consistency in nutrition? Yes. Are you looking to lose more than 20 pounds? You don't have to ask that question or not. And then it's got the details for your information. I want every question to be card by card. Just for reference, building out these little applications, I usually charge like $299 to do. So if you're learning this, you're saving money by doing that. So let's have a quick look. And when it puts it to be card by card, it might take a second to start actioning it, but sometimes it gets a little bit frozen. But we'll just give it a tick. Come on. Let's just stop it and start it again. Looks like it was a little bit sleepy there. Cool. Now it's running. So it gives me information about what's happening at the time. You can always look at the thinking if you like. I think sometimes it helps. The next step after this is done is we're going to need to send these questions to Go High Level. Now, the way that this works is using webhooks. And if you don't know what a webhook is, it is basically the way that information gets sent around the internet. So there's two platforms. In this case, it's vo.dev and the little application we're building, and Go High Level. So one platform will send information to the other one, and the other one will catch it. And the way that that's done is through specific web URLs. So if we take a look here, it's going to have all of these answers, and it's going to be sent to a certain location. What we need to do inside Go High Level is set up a place to catch that. So we're going to click on Add New Trigger, and it's going to be it's already selected, but let's just confirm, get rid of that. I'll set it up fresh. It's going to be inbound webhook, and it's going to give you this URL here, right? And what we need to do is copy that URL and put it in our back pocket for a second, because we can't do anything else until we've finished setting up this form. So let's take a look now. We've got 7 total cards, and each question is one by one. So have you tried with multiple diets in the past? Yes. Do you struggle with consistency in your nutrition? Yes. Are you looking to lose more than 20 pounds? Yes. And then we got full name, last name, etc. What we want to do now, I would like all answers and answers sent to the following webhook. We're just going to let it do the back end, and we're going to then put a test submission through, and it is then going to map that information into Go High Level for us. The reason why I'm doing it, as I said before, the reason why I'm doing it this way is because there's not been such a big shift in the way that applications run than in the past 6 months. You can literally build any application, whether it be you just copy the idea of, Typeform or Jotform. You can build it 100% specific to you if you learn this one skill. I will not stress this anymore, but let's get into it. So we're going to see how that information comes through. So our goal and questions and information looks a little bit daunting, but I believe we can do this. So what we're going to do is going to go, what is your primary fitness goal? Is lose weight. Have you tried with multiple diets in the past? Yes, most people have. Do you struggle with consistency in your nutrition? Yes, that's one of people's major problems. Are you looking to lose more than 20 pounds, about 10 kilos? Let's say yes. What is your name? Matthew Lambourne. Doesn't matter that there's a typo. Email address, info@mattlambourne.com. Press continue. Phone number. I'm just going to put in a random phone number, and it's going to say get my plan. We would change that to submit information. So what we're going to do now is we're going to click on Fetch Sample Requests. Now, if we click on this here, select Reference Payload, it's going to give information that have been about what's actually just happened. So at 10:23, which is right now, we got some information from an external source. And if you have a look here, we've got all this information about me and what I just sent from this webhook, right? We're going to save this trigger. What's going to happen in GHL is it's going to ask you to create a contact now. Every time you run an automation in Go High Level, there needs to be a contact associated with that run of the automation. So when the inbound trigger comes in, you have to create a contact first. So what we're going to do, it pops up with create contact. We're going to go in and select the fields that we want to update. So essentially just creating our new user. So we're going to go full name, and then I'm going to click on this little tag, click on inbound webhook trigger, and click on name. Then we're going to add email. So I'm going to type in email, and we're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to find email. And then what I'm going to do is actually, well, let me just update. Now I'm just going to do phone now. So phone, and we're going to go into inbound webhook trigger again and click phone. For the rest of the information that's come in, I'm just going to add a note to the contact because I can't be bothered setting all the custom variables up. So all I'm going to do is write goal, and then I'm going to write questions, and it should have just all the questions and answers in an easy questions thing, which is good. Questions, and then that's all we actually need, right? So we're just going to save that action. And obviously you would want to create an opportunity from here, create an opportunity, and you would put it in your pipeline, and it will be like, let's say, inquired but not booked, right? And we're just going to save that action. We're just going to add the name in. So we click on the little tag, and then contact and full name, because the full name will be set by here. And we're going to save this and save this. And if we zoom out, we have our workflow. So I'm just going to explain again. This process is really simple. It is so important for you to have a inquiry form that like massages people through the process, especially if you're not a massive creator or if you're a gym or whatever. If you can take people on a journey, they are more inclined to feel like you are providing more value to them along that process. If you can make them feel like they are being like walked home, there's this famous quote. It's like, we're all just walking each other home. We are all just walking each other home. Who said it? Ram Dass. There you go. We're all just walking each other home. It's a quote attributed to spiritual leader Ram Dass. It signifies that everyone is on a shared journey through life, and we should support each other with compassion and kindness. This is what I'm talking about. If you can support someone through a journey that is obviously painful for them, they will respect and value you so much more. When you get on the call, they're going to be more qualified, they're going to be more engaged, and they're already going to have trust with you. So build out these inquiry forms to be bespoke to your business, make them feel enjoyable to fill out, and give the person a reason to fill it out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. To be honest, I've had a really crap morning, and I spent some time at the doctor's, and I don't normally talk about this kind of stuff on this channel, but had some panic attacks last night, and I thought I was going to be really sick. Turns out I'm not, but I think that everything's going to be okay, and we should just be grateful, and that we're even in this situation to be able to help people lose weight, or me explaining how to build this for you. I just feel very lucky. So have a great day, and I'll speak to you guys soon.